Hi there, I'm Matt with K15t, and we are at Atlassian Team Europe 2025. You may have seen videos about Team 25 in the past, but this is not like that. Why? I'm not sure yet. You have to come along and see what we discover. There's a bunch of people here, there's a bunch of people who aren't here, but the most important person who isn't here is you. So come along, let's go check it out. We'll get out of the sun because it's very hot out here. Let's go. So a few things you'll only see here in Barcelona are these flags. I think it's part of the state or the province. I'm not really sure what that is, but the building's actually made out of styrofoam, which is not environmentally friendly by any means, but that's fine because, it's welcome. I would have cleaned up the place a little more, but I didn't have a lot of time. So here we are. It smells like people in here, if you can't tell, and people are here indeed. So the deal is you got to go over here and get one of these fancy numbers. You don't lose it, okay? This piece of paper is worth more than my life, probably my career, maybe both. Over here is where, I don't know what they're doing. I should go talk to them, but I'm not going to. So as you can see, there's people here from all sorts of spots. You're going to see different colored lanyards. Normal people like me, first time I ever said that, are wearing blue. Atlassians are wearing white. I don't know, there's some other ones. They don't matter to me, just those two. So soon enough, we're going to head into one of these big, ominous hallways. Not to use the toilet, but to check out the vendor fair. It's an entire room full of Atlassians and third-party app creators all working together to make the Atlassian platform a better place. I know. So you also can hit up these escalators to go up. There's this big squiggly majiggly that goes all the way across the street to where we'll be hitting up keynotes later. That's not now. We're not going there now. If we did, it'd be disappointing. There have been some sessions happening here the last few days. Oh my God, that's Nadine from my team. Nadine! Hi, Nadine. How was the thing you were just doing?
Oh, wonderful. I learned a lot about co-selling.
Co-selling?
Atlassian.
Okay.
Yes.
How would you rate the coffee out of 5?
Oh, God. You put me on the spot. I think it's a 2.
A 2? Oh my God. They've really improved it since last year. A 2? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Maybe a 1.5, but,
A 1.5.
1.5 and 2.
That's very fair. Well, thank you, Nadine. We're just walking around right now. Good to get an early review on the coffee. So one of the things you're going to find a lot at a team event is graphic t-shirts, because I think everybody here must have a family member who does screen printing, and we just can't resist us a good old-fashioned graphic t-shirt. What you'll also find is a lot of sweaty people because these things don't breathe, okay? It's very difficult. So nice cotton shirt, vinyl across the chest. We'll be fine. So here we found the upper squiggly area where we can meander all the way to where the keynotes are held. And that's important because that's where you get the major incantations from Atlassian and or their guest speakers. So it's a nice long walk, which I enjoy. We've got this lovely color here brought to you by the rainbow. Ever heard of it? And yeah, so I can mosey that way to get to the keynotes. My God, we're at 2 minutes. I can't stand it. The tension is killer. Oh my God, teammates. The cool thing about standing in a group of people like this is realizing how many people are kind of interested in the same niche stuff you are, which is kind of cool. Like, it's, if you're into tabletop gaming and you go to a tabletop gaming conference, it's cool because everybody knows what a 13-sided dice is. Die. I don't, but people do, obviously. These people are all passionate about AI-powered teams, AI-powered collaboration, AI-powered work management, AI-powered enterprise leadership, AI-powered toilets. Who knows? We'll find out. I expect to see color. I expect to see lighting. I expect to see some colorful lighting. We're going to find out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The countdown will start soon. They'll drop the ball. Oh man, the security person is so intently looking at their phone. They know these people are chomping at the bit to get in and find free food immediately. And there they go. It's pretty amazing to see this many people with this much passion charge a door that is that small. So the structure of the hall is kind of vendors and vendors of apps or services. We have all of the Atlassian collections right here, which is really great because my favorite one is right here, and the T is covered by a beam, but it is in fact the Teamwork collection, which is where I vibe. Oh my God, we got some favorites here. We've got Dustin, we've got Aya, we've got Allison. Oh my God, it's Allison, head of marketing for Confluence. There she is. We've got the Teamwork Graph folks, kind of important. We've got Jira, we've got Forge, we've got Analytics. Joe's pretty pumped. We're off to the Strategy collection for those of us in the C-suite. And by those of us, I mean the royal those of us, because that's not me. And here we see the reverse side of the Strategy collection. I've never seen what collection and strategy looked like backward. They look like that. We have the Service collection. I wonder what they'll service. And the Software collection. That's cool. I'm interested to see what that is. Over here, this little guy is one of our favorite newcomers. It's the browser company of New York. Yes, the makers of Dia and, Arc, if you're into such things. AI-powered browsing, that is the way of the future. And of course, our good friend, Trello, who is actually my good friend in many, many ways. Trello has enabled me to stay sane. We've got a whole bunch of Rovo action happening here, including the Robo Theater right over there, which is super awesome because people can step in there to learn all about Rovo. But wait, there's more. Come with me. You got to move fast because if there are free snacks, you got to get them first, right? People, they experience the off-gassing, they grab a lot of free textiles, and they get hungry. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find it. Oh my God. What am I looking at right here? What is that thing? Ooh, it's ice cream. Okay, I can't help you. I can't share this with you. I feel it's only important that I try this at some point, but it doesn't appear to be open right now. Pineapple shavings. Hi, Laura. Laura's on my team. We work together. There's Tempo, our friends at Tempo. They make some incredible apps. Kumanardo, everybody's here. The gang came back to the family reunion. I thought they would. Theaters are super important because these are the places where you can gather some knowledge right here on the show floor. And my goodness, there are already people lining up. So you see, here's Theater A, there's Theater B. To be or not to be? In this case, not to be, because people are lining up here in A. So soon, they will start a full presentation right here on the show floor, and these people will have radical headphones. You've never seen headphones like this, unless you've been to a Silent Disco. Then you're like, saying the same thing over and over again. And people are going to be able to learn right here. I will be doing one of these tomorrow. It'll be fine. Oh my God, but check this out. You are never going to believe what comes out of this thing. You ready for this? My ASMR fans, here we go. Isn't that nice? That's a little bit of AI-powered water dispensing right there.
The agenda's lined up for you. Some of the meeting.
It tastes like AI. I bet you didn't know that. That's true. Everything here has a light dusting of AI. Or Robo, specifically. In fact, I haven't seen a booth that doesn't have AI written on it somewhere. That's because AI is kind of the thing now. Now, what is it the thing of? Well, obviously, we're not exactly sure. But let's go this way and see if we find out. Over there, you can see the sign for the community booth. The community booth is super important because the Atlassian community is a huge part of what users of Atlassian apps are all about. I myself have been involved in a lot of different parts of the community, and I kind of love it. Patricia, who's holding the camera, yeah, she's holding you in her bare hands. She's a community champion in the lovely city of Freiburg, putting on live events so that you, real people, using Atlassian apps can learn how to use Atlassian apps. It's kind of like fantastic. Now, the nice thing is up ahead, not only do you have quicker access to the keynotes, but you also have access to outside, which is so lovely. Over here on the left, you have the Team Quest, which is something you can do in person to collect points and make your very own t-shirt. Ah, look at that. Check it out, check it out, check it out. You can earn a learning certification voucher. This is incredible. So if you want to become Atlassian certified, you can earn that here on the show floor. Check it out. Here's some places you can go. Boom, bam, bing. Not the K15t booth there. You won't get points for visiting us. But you will get great swag. Oh, hi. We just finished the first keynote. It was about AI and happiness and how apparently there's sort of a mathematical algorithmic relationship between happiness and the circumstances we choose to acknowledge. Very interesting. We are a team on the show floor right here. So it's a beautiful K15t booth. The vibe changes a little bit on the second day. It's still great. And people are still, innovative or collaborative or whatever. Come with me, I'm hungry. But this is kind of when everybody's kind of like, okay, I've seen all the booths, or I've scoped them out. Now it's time to have some conversations. So if there is somebody on the Confluence team you want to talk to, you go over to the teamwork collection area. If there's an app that you're interested in, you go to that app booth. If there's some popcorn you want, you grab it, which is fantastic. Let's see. It's okay. It's okay. So you can see in all of these booths, there's conversations happening. That's because each of the app vendors that are here have specific solutions that solve people's problems. This is the Brain Day Lounge, which is a really cool place for people to talk to each other, to share ideas. Maybe everybody's like, we care about SOC 2 enterprise security certification. How do I do that with Atlassian tools? I don't want to learn about that. I'm not going to go to talk about that. But if I'm really into it, and a few other people are, you might go to a brain date about it, where you can have a smaller conversation around a table. And that's one of the really cool things about this conference, other than the food. You get to talk to people who have similar interests, similar needs, similar types of work. I love bumping into people who do content creation, because that's my job. But you might bump into somebody who's also in HR, who's also a project manager, who's also managing the inventory of office spaces, whatever it may be. You're going to find your people here. And one of the things that's nice is you have great coffee spaces like this and resting spaces like this, including some nice outdoor spaces, which is really nice when you're like, what does the sun feel like? I don't remember. All right, we're going to take a trip this way because I want to show you the community space. Because, again, the whole conference is about connecting with people, not just about swag. Somewhat about swag. I see two different booths with Nintendo Switch 2s, and I'm kind of like, I like Mario. So in the community booth, we get to really see a celebration of people. And people have a lot of thoughts, and that's what the Atlassian community is all about. And yes, there is a part of that lives online, but there's also a part that lives in person. This is a place where you can talk with the community leadership team. There's some activities here. You can just lounge in the lounge. And there's pillows, I guess. This is a really chill place for just vibing, talking Atlassian community, and getting to know people. And by the way, there's really big letters over here. Oh my God. Sometimes you just need a big A, Or a huge E. All right, here, we got that. We're pretty big on teams here. I'm afraid I'm going to spill my popcorn. I really don't want to do that. It's pretty good. I'm going to say a coconut oil. Shall we keep walking? Right this way. Okay, so we're going to go to the Rovo booth, which I haven't actually checked out, but it's quite the heart of the entire conference. We heard more about Rovo in the founders keynote today than anything else. It's because above the platform and the knowledge graph, Rovo is the thing that bonds all of the Atlassian apps together. And the idea is eventually it'll be what bonds all apps on the Atlassian platform together. So there's a whole bunch of stuff about Rovo here. I haven't looked at any of it. But I mean, bold claims. It should help your team work better together. I hope it does. So another sweet thing is like, you might just need help. And there's help. So back here is the support bar, full of people who aren't providing too much support, which must mean nobody has any questions. But it's really cool to know this is here if you need it. Because sometimes just getting an in-person answer is just what it's all about. Speaking of what it's all about, software collection is new. So for those of you who build software, it's really cool to see a collection built specifically for your needs with all the cool AI-powered software creation gadgetry that we heard about in the founder's keynote. I need a popcorn, okay? God, the food here is quite good, by the way. It's not a surprise. So let's see. I mean, you're seeing everybody just chatting and talking. And this is really what makes this conference so special. The product managers that are here, the marketers that are here, they want to hear from you. They care about how you use stuff. They care about what you need to do. And they especially like it when they can solve your problem. It's so cool. It happens sometimes where you're like, okay, look, I am an event manager. I'm trying to manage events, but I'm like, I don't know what a Jira is. I don't know what Confluence is. They just handed these tools to me, and I just need to get my job done. How do I do that? This is where you talk to people to learn these things. And it's so cool when you can learn how to solve your problem with these things that you already have in your hands. I do love it. I do love it. Well, I think that's kind of it for day 2. At the end of the day, I'm going to be hitting Theater B at the end of the hall, giving a presentation. That's been happening all day. There's presentations outside, big and little, where you can learn all sorts of things, discover use cases, discover what other teams are doing with AI and Atlassian products. Truly cool stuff.
Want to know.
But for now, this is day 2. Talk to you.
Day 3 of the event always flies by super fast. You start the day in a keynote. We ended the day with a keynote. And in between, we had a big raffle at the K15t booth where we gave away our remarkable Pro tablet to one of the lucky players of our Adventures of Scrolly game that we had going at the booth, which was really awesome. Just a lot of excitement and celebration for the lucky winner. That last day is so fun, and there is a lack of energy because we're all really tired, but also so much excitement for like those final conversations and those final goodbyes, and even some fun in the evening at Bash if you get to go to the party at the end, which is really cool. This is why I love going to Atlassian Team events, because there are conversations and moments and just little things that you just can't get in a digital experience that you can in person. So I go to team events because there is something special that I just can't get any other way. And I leave the event with so much knowledge, so many new connections, and so much excitement that I can bring to my team. So I hope to see you and your team at the next Atlassian Team. See you then.